Today, it's exactly 32 years ago that Nintendo released the Famicom, or to us, better known as the NES. Even if you grew up with the Xbox 360 and never had the joy of playing on this classic console, it's good to know that many popular game series actually started on this system. Let's pay some respect to this landmark in video game history and have a look at 7 game franchises that started on the NES.
The challenge is Metroid. The power is Nintendo.
Let's get the most obvious one out of the way. Sure, there was the Mario Bros. Arcade game, but that one wasn't Super. So the first Super Mario Bros. Was released on the NES, and in the end, there were 3 adventures for the gaming system. Super Mario Bros. Is the most famous one, but in our book, Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best. And of course, since then, the Super Mario Brothers made an appearance on every Nintendo platform ever released. Many franchises like Bionic Commando and Metal Gear had releases on the NES, but started in the arcade. This cannot be said about Castlevania. First released on the Japanese Famicom, the quest for Simon Belmont to defeat Dracula came to the West 1 year later in 1987. The 2D side-scrolling adventure is one of the best games ever made for the NES. Another popular side-scrolling adventure is Metroid. Together with Castlevania, the 2 games spawned a subgenre. Elements like backtracking, an ever-growing arsenal of tools and weapons made Metroid one of the most beloved games of all time. And then there's the fact you need to finish the game before you discover that you're actually a woman. Of course, this list would not be complete without mentioning The Legend of Zelda. This open-world adventure game spawned one of the greatest video game franchises ever created. You are a young adventurer who is trying to save the princess and has to complete the Triforce. Despite The Legend of Zelda being one of the most famous game series ever, people often still think the main character is called Zelda. But we all know his name is Link, of course. Many Japanese game companies made amazing games for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and Capcom was one of them. Mega Man was Capcom's first NES game that did not start as an arcade title. In the end, 6 versions of Mega Man were released for the Nintendo home console. The Mega Man games are known for their difficulty, and fans of harder games can look forward to Mighty No. 9, which is its modern spiritual successor. One of the biggest Japanese RPG franchises is, of course, Final Fantasy, and this too started on the NES. Everyone knows this story by now, but for those of you who don't, the first Final Fantasy was Square Enix's last shot at making a successful game during this time, and the surprising success has spawned over 14 sequels and countless spin-offs on almost every imaginable platform in the past 20 years. The last Final Fantasy-esque games that appeared on the Nintendo system were Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm and Bravely Second, which has managed to give off the classic turn-based action feel of the very first one all those years ago. The final game on our list is one made by Tecmo. Some of you will know Ninja Gaiden as the hardcore action game for the original Xbox. But the series made its debut in 1988 on the Famicom. The game received a lot of critical acclaim and is notorious for its unforgiving difficulty, especially in the later levels. There you have it. Amazing game franchises that were born on the NES. Did you play any of these, or are you still planning to? Let us know in the comments.